All right, we are live, everybody, and this is my name is Cho Lim. This is the part two of our series that I've been going through, which is finding or how to determine your success in life. This is a success series. The first part of it is discovering purpose. Another way of saying it is how to determine your next step. And yesterday on part one, what I did was talked about decision making. How do you make purpose driven decisions versus having personal preferences as a way to make decisions. And today we're going to go to part two of that, which is finding fulfillment in your life in terms of as it relates to your purpose. And no more there was a quote. Maybe I'll start with that. This is an incredible quote that I heard, which I think that it's such a profound quote to have, and it says this: there are two important days of your life. The first important day is the day you're born, and because why? The day you're born is you have the chance at life. You have the chance at what kind of life you want to live, and you're given life. And the second most important day of your life is when you discover why. So first important day of your life is when you're born, the day you're born, and then second is the day you discover why. And I found that's really profound because life is all about what you're all about. What's the meaning you want to accomplish in your life. And that is that our first topic is discovering that purpose. I just finished talking to two people that I sat down with. These are as part of a mentorship program that a university has. It asked me to be one of the mentors, and I find that most people they try to find fulfillment in what they do. So the question that I was asked by both of them was, I'm going into accounting, and just coincidentally both are in accounting, and both of them, and when I asked them why they want to go into accounting, their reason was because they can always find jobs because and basically when I translated it for them, I told them that, well, basically what you're saying is you're afraid that you're not going to be able to get jobs anywhere else. So you better find the one. So I better take what I can, and the maximum chance I have of finding a job is in the accounting field. So I better go for it because I don't think I'm good enough to compete with anybody else unless there's lots of opportunities available. And I say that's not a subconscious thought you want to tell yourself. And so and then, in the end, of course, when it comes down to when I asked them what they truly want to get out of their life, they just want to be fulfilled. And I think that's, to a certain extent, that's everybody. We want to live a fulfilling life. But so often the problem that we come across is that we try to live a fulfilling life through through the things that we do, right? We try to fulfill through a career path. And many people think that it's in the career path that they choose, it's in the profession they choose that they become passionate about. And I agree with people out there that talk about you got to do something you're passionate about. But I think you got to do something you're passionate about because that thing that you do fulfills the purpose of your life versus being passionate about that thing. Just like I gave the example earlier to the lady about musicians. You can take a Bob Marley, you can take whoever that are really, that have changed cultures, not just made good music. Obviously, his music was great. In my opinion, I love his music. I love the Jamaicans. I've been to Jamaica 4 or 5 times over the last couple of years, and it's awesome. And he's really changed the culture of Jamaica from his music. But he risked his life at one point to change. He had a political message to give out through his music. And he used the talent of music to change the message. So his goal that kept him going wasn't just the love for his music; it was the love for change. And so, and that was Bob Marley. And so he found fulfillment not just in what he does in the music. He found fulfillment in the cause and the changes the impact that he's making with his country. And so that is often you find the most successful, most fulfilled people in the world are the ones that have that as a purpose. They make decisions and they go the direction of what will help them accomplish that picture that they want, that success picture that they want, that purpose that they want to accomplish, versus making decisions based on, do I like it? Is there going to be jobs available for me? Can I even do it? Is there even opportunities for me to be in that field? And I think those are all fear questions. And the fear that dominates the thought pattern is why people would think that way. Or maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe, be realistic. Who is to say that just because you're meant for that field that you can do something there? And then, I just want to remind everybody that Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team. He was supposedly talented, but he wasn't good enough to be part of the basketball team, right? Abraham Lincoln got rejected, all the way till he was 65 before he became president, right? Albert Einstein was considered not smart when he was in school. He almost failed one of the classes, and so everybody who has raw talent is not. You still got to be developed, right? And so there's always no one had talent and jump into it and had the opportunity for them just because they were naturally good at it. They had to develop themselves. They had to go through stuff, go through rejections. So discovering your purpose and making decisions based on that, it's is the right way to go about it, right? And there's never any opportunities that are so good that your talent's good enough for it. And that's how I find a lot of people make their decisions. Is there enough opportunities out there for me? Well, you can create opportunity when you are passionate about achieving that thing, right? So that's the first thing that people fall into, is that we make decisions based on the thing that we're passionate about. We think that it's a job or a career or even a social enterprise. I'm huge on social enterprise. I'm huge on nonprofits. I'm huge on the cause that they get to do. But it's not in social enterprise that I'm passionate about. It's not business I'm passionate about. It is the end result of helping people I'm passionate about. Whichever path gets me there, I will take that. And that's how you find fulfillment. It's in the end result of things, right? So the second thing I want to go through with you is that fulfillment does not come from a position, but from who you are, and from the fact that you can be proud of you, not because of who you are or the position you have. And most people think that fulfillment comes from a certain position. So I'm going to go through with you the 7 P's. And these are very it's just profound when I heard it. Most of us at some point in our lives, to some degree, we're always going to be we are haunted by one of these 7 P's. We think that these 7 P's is what gets us to have fulfillment. So, for example, position being the first one I just mentioned. A lot of people think that having position, having a position at a work. If I'm a leader at my work, if I have a position, then I will be satisfied and I will be more fulfilled. And what happens is the 7 P's, we become victimized by these 7 P's. We become controlled by it, and only when we have that situation will we feel ourselves, will we feel authentic, and will we feel fulfilled. And that's not very healthy. And we should be always working to go get away from these 7 P's and to really be true who you truly are, and be okay with who you are, and be fulfilled by the things you're accomplishing and by the way you're living. So position is one very common one. The second P that people fall into is possessions. And you see, I live in the city of Vancouver, BC, and there are lots of young Chinese people that have Ferraris and Lamborghinis, and that's happening in a lot of places in the world. The Chinese have made a lot of money over the last 10 years, and they're buying nice cars and nice houses for their kids and themselves, and they find fulfillment through the possessions. A lot of Asians fall into that. I came from that background where I lived in Asia for a portion of my life, and I saw that, I grew up thinking that if I could have that car, if I could have that status, if I could have a nice car, nice house, I would feel so much, more fulfilled. I would feel so much respected. I feel successful, And that's, of course, we know that's a lie, because the moment your possession is gone, we've seen people in Asia, they jump off a building. They literally kill themselves. So many people killed themselves in the 1997 crash of the financial crisis in Asia. They jumped off the building. Why would they do that? Just because they lost money? If they had the ability, can't they make it back again? Why would you lose your life just for the possession? Because that was what's important in their life. That was the key to their self-image. And the third one is pay. Right, a lot of people, and the people I'm mentoring, and this is something that's haunted him, because he was conditioned from young to think that pay is what gets him the fulfillment in his life, and to get the respect. And before he says, "Cho, I'm not making 50 grand yet. I'm not making 60 grand yet, and I don't feel like I have any qualified to even teach anybody or to even be successful." And so pay is another one that haunts people. People. The fourth P is people. And sometimes we feel like we need to know certain people. We have to feel important. We need to know certain Hollywood star, or we need to know certain people in our lives to feel important. And I meet with people like that all the time too. They say, hey, they kind of name drop all the time because it makes them feel more important. Well, I know these people, therefore I must be very important. And that's how they find their fulfillment. And then the fifth one is power. Power is, there are people that feel that when they're in a certain position, they have to be in a government position, they go for it, and they have all the life that they want already, but they still feel like they need to have that power in order to feel fulfilled. And we all know about that. We've seen a lot of that in the world. And the sixth one is prestige. A lot of people feel that they need a certain prestige to be able to feel authentic, or feel like they know who they are. The seventh one is privilege. Some people feel that they're entitled to certain things, and when they have that certain thing, when they get their entitlement, then they feel like they're fulfilled. And these are things that cause us. These are things that trap us. They're just things that victimize us to control our lives, and we need to constantly be working away at it. And at every given moment of my life, a lot of times I fall into one of these things by mistake, and then when I'm conscious of it now I at least can consciously work on it all the time. And you might be working on it, might be doing well for a while, and it will fall back into your life at some point. And that's what happens to people. So these are the 7 P's that keep people from being fulfilled. And true fulfillment comes from who you are. You got to conquer your fears, conquer it's very hard to feel fulfilled when you are run by fear. You make decisions out of fear. Like, for example, people choose a career because they're afraid that there's not enough jobs for them. They're afraid that there's not enough opportunities, that they can't qualify for it, that they will fail in it. The fear of failure is huge as well. And those, you have to conquer those fear before you can truly even be fulfilled. Fear causes a lot of people from fulfillment, and it makes us make decisions based on fear, versus based on success and faith. So that's those are the things that keep people from being fulfilled. And of course, there's a lot more to finding fulfillment in our lives. And I think that finding fulfillment comes from really, you got to know yourself. You got to know your purpose. You got to know what is the meaning, what is the design for your life. Right? Do you believe that there's a creator? Do you believe that there is science or whatever else? Whatever you believe in, discover what that looks like, what that means. What does it mean to your life? Who are you in your life? And what are you meant to are you a random number in this world? Or do you have a specific purpose that's placed by a creator for you? And some of you believe in creators, some of you don't. And whatever the case, really do your research so you know what you believe, and so you know how to proceed in your life, because all your purpose and your fulfillment will come out of what you believe the meaning of life is. And that's a big question, I know, but at least start to think about that. And of course, this is what I do to help people. I sit down with people to help them discover that, and this is what I do. So and I've seen people start to open up their life. You see a freeing emotion. You see them. You feel how free they are once they discover all this stuff. So thank you for tuning in. Tomorrow we'll continue in this series of discovering your purpose, how to determine your next step towards your success. That's the part 1 of our success series, and we're going to have our last topic on that, last part on your step towards success. I'm going to cover that tomorrow, and then we're going to move on to the second topic after that. Okay? So thanks for tuning in, everybody. I will see you tomorrow.